Inside monitoring room, people quickly stood when they saw Jungkook and greeted. You didn't want to bother with him, but looking at his appearance, it seemed like he was willing to let you watch the surveillance video that you couldn't watch clearly before, hence you let him pull you. Can you let me watch the surveillance video? Why not? What could his women not get what she wanted? Turn on all the surveillance videos around the Moon Company, he coldly ordered. Few of them were stunned, but Detective Min came and monitored the main seat and did as Mr. Joon asked. Which time do you want to see? You were stunned by sudden gentle voice of the man. It's rare, you told, and the soon surveillance footage shown the time you mentioned. You wanted to get closer to see more clearly, but the pulling force from your hand made you unable to move forward. It was him, still holding your hand. Your expression changed and thoughts became complicated and bite your lower lips. This person was holding your hand. Didn't he said that he was married? But why he always appeared in front of you and keep meddling into your business? Did his wife not care about him? He took a few steps forward and the voice came from the top of your head. What are you daydreaming about? Don't you want to watch? You came to your sense. Forget it. Let's not care about this for now and watch the footage. You watched the video seriously while he looked at you seriously. This woman was really different from before. Currently, you was mature and charming and colder than before. Time didn't leave a mark on your face as your skin conditions was as good as before. You finally saw the suspension person and asked them to stop the video. Hyungi coldly looked at the screen. It should be this person. You got near and Jungkook coldly looked at the screen before ordering without hesitation. Send a message. Find this person in the whole city. Arrest him before midnight. Yoongi immediately processed it. You looked at Jungkook. You have nothing to do with it, right? He frowned. You actually said it loud in front of these staff members that he have nothing to do. He sneered and directly wrapped his arms around your waist, announcing sovereignty. Nothing to do with me. Do you know that not everyone can enter this place? You brought me in yourself. I didn't beg you. You took out your phone and clicked the picture of the person in the screen and prepared to leave, freeing yourself. You left just like that. He pulled you back. Mr. Joon, thank you for today. You were rude to me outside. I will forgive you on this matter. I hope there won't be next time. You shook off his hand and walked outside, but didn't expect him to follow you back. Don't follow me. I don't agree to break the contract. You were stunned and turned to look at him. Why does it have to do with me if you don't agree to break the contract? He come closer, looking at you deeply. It doesn't matter. I am your client. I don't agree to your decision breaking the contract. Mr. Joon, please understand one thing. I am the one who broke the contract. According to the rules of the contract, I have right to do it. Thus, I am ready to pay the amount. He stared at you and curled up his lips. You want to cut off your relationship with me just like that? Breaking the contract will be okay to you? Don't you have many designers in your company? Don't you have to pay for them? You are surprised. What was he preferring? You had miscalculated. He walked forward. Do you still want to break the contract? What do you want? You raised your head slightly to look at the man. Although you were wearing high heels, the man in front of you was still half a head taller than you. The oppressive aura from his body was also oppressing the surroundings. What do I want? He smiled. He looked charming, but there was a hint of self-mockery in his eyes. He lowered his voice. Can't you tell what I want? Even the surroundings was noisy. You still heard his deep voice. It directly affected your thoughts and judgment. You stepped back and gritted your teeth. Please take care of yourself. If Mr. Joon does this, your wife will be unhappy too, won't she? Does she deserve what you are doing? What? He was confused. Or is it that 5 years turned you into a shameless person who doesn't care about what others think? Seeing the disappointment in your voice, his heart finally alarmed. This woman really know nothing. He pursed his lips. Who told you that I have a wife in my family? You frowned. What did he mean? Mr. Jones must be joking. You said you were married. Oh, he smiled. Are you jealous? What did this have to do with you? You hold back your anger and coldly said, Mr. Jones, excuse me, I have important things to deal. I don't have time to waste with you here. He nodded and crossed his arms. All right, we have a long way to go. I have plenty of time to wait for you. We can talk about it when you are done with your matter. You ignored him and walked towards the car. Uncle Han had been waiting for you. This time he didn't follow you. Uncle Han looked at Jungkook and then you. Miss, are you okay? You nodded and sat into the car. Uncle Han, don't worry, I'm fine. Let's go back to the company. Uncle Han glanced last time to the cold man and drive away. He take out his phone to make a call. Help me check why is wine with the people from the Kim family. Minho heart skipped a beat. He had not told Jungkook about it. How did he know? Before he'd react, other line already hung up the call. Minho felt a sense of despair. All right, it's the time to work. You returned to the company. You saw Jonghyun standing at the door of the office anxiously waiting for you. She quickly ran up. You are back. You nodded lightly and pushed open the office door. She followed closely behind you. Are you looking for me for something? She nodded and asked about matter. What had happened? Did you find who's behind it? All you could told her was to wait for the news and help you to send Jenny over. As the suspension pictures, this person must have a grudge towards you to do such a things, but it's only the dress that had been destroyed. Analyzing from the situation, it must be someone you had offended, and the one you had offended after returning the country was Park Soo Young, the actress back then in Busan. Well, this is just your speculation. It still need to verify it. It most likely her because she had sued you, but your brother settled it. Park Soo Young and Kim Jisoo was participating conference at the same time. They both are in limelight. You were tired and leaned back to your seat as Jenny found a solution for the dress. Since you had designed many in the past, you will show Jisoo one of the dress you had designed. Jenny is planning something in her mind to spoil the conference of Sooyoung. Jonghyun also joined to help her. Later on, Jisoo came hurriedly, afraid that paparazzi will follow her. You offer her one of your designed work in compensation of damaged work. Since she didn't mind, you drove to her into your house. You seem to be very low key, although you have famous British name. You didn't deliberately publicize even after opening own company. Jisoo was excited to go with you in your house. Her manager guessed since your surname is Kim, you might be here Kim Sok-jin, the boss of the Kim group. You nodded. Her manager was excited to know, but got shocked when you revealed that Sok-jin is your brother. Jisoo didn't know much about business cause she was currently busy casting her new drama Snowdrop and she have no interest in business circle. But her manager have update. In the south, the boss of Kim Group had been on the cover of financial magazines several times. There was even a person who introduced him to the forum. Jisoo had seen this person's news before. She felt that this person called Kim Sok-jin was a little quiet and calm, but the colder than him was the Joan Group's director. She heard that he was not even willing to accept an interview. For a while, Jisoo even felt that was it because the CEO of a company was so cold. Later on, she realized that she was naive. because the bosses she met before was either middlemen with big bellies or people who were spoiled or lustful, except for a few upright people. And about this, Kim Group and John Group's character was untouchable and unapproachable, and too handsome. You brought her upstairs. She was wondering it's her first time entering into Kim family's mansion. Even she is rich and famous, but the design of the Kim mansion was really different. It's really elegant and exquisite from inside to outside. Environment in here was really good and can have a peace. It gave her exciting, explosive feeling. Come with me. You bring Jisoo to one of room as her manager stay downstairs. This was not your room, but an exhibition hall specially built by Sokshin for you. When Jisoo entered, she was stunned. It was a design of work from past. Each art's pictures was stored here by Sokshin. Your production mostly only had one or two pieces. Except for some requests, they were all here. Many of your design was sold at a high price and some had not seen by anyone. So many, my god. She widened her eyes in surprise and looked at dresses in disbelief. This, these are all your work? It's a lot. You smiled. My brother collected them. Most of them are already on the market. Some had already brought and some just kept here after designing. Wow, your brother is really too good to you. She couldn't help but cover her mouth. She didn't expect that a man who looked cold would actually be so considerate. She was extremely moved. You designed things very carefully. You will gift her one of design that you had made and no one seen it before to treat her as an apology. She was very happy and invited you to the press conference. It was already time to get off work. When you returned to the company, you settled some matter and was about to leave when the lawyer came in and apologized for the task you had entrusted him to do. Can't be done. The Joan Group's director was not willing to let go. I think it would be better for Miss Kim to talk to them in person. You narrowed your eyes. If I came out myself, then why would I need to hire a lawyer? It was right, but the lawyer had been struggling to get in touch with Jones, who didn't want to give him any face. He stood there for long, and in the end, he simply placed the documents on the table and apologized again, then suggested you to hire someone else. You looked at him coldly. You both had signed the contract before to handle other party, but he simply backed down. He was concerned about losing his job, then paying penalty breaking the contract. Even he felt pain losing money. His career is important than this. Losing few millions is nothing. He is a rich lawyer. If he secured his profession, then he can make more money in the future. You can't blame him. It's other party who is difficult to deal. So you accidentally make some of money instead from lawyer. You asked Jenny to put money that received from lawyer to company's fund. As for the breach contract of Jones Group, you still have to deal yourself. Next day in the morning, when you and Jenny came to the company, Jonghyun walked in the office with envelope. What is it? Jenny couldn't wait and open it. The envelope was big and thick. Because she was in a hurry to open, the photos inside fell down. She immediately squatted down to take a look. It was the person's pictures who make a trouble in your company, damaging the dress, and actress Park Soo-young is involved. Jenny was so angry that she started to curse. In the industry, there is a huge mess. There are no innocent people. People around will hold grudges to each other, being success. It was probably the Jungkook who sent it over the evidence to you, saving you a lot of trouble. If you personally deal with these things, it will be very troublesome. But now, pictures and video clips are in your hands. You can sue that person with proof. This were all done by that man. If he only wanted to humiliate you, then why would he came front to help you? You close your eyes. You owed him another favor. Tomorrow was the press conference. You hoped everything would go smoothly. After that, you would settle the matter between you and Jungkook. It was indeed time to settle everything. You wanted to ask clearly what exactly was going on. You brought Jonghyun and Jenny to the venue because Jisoo had specially invited you. At the beginning, Jenny wasn't interested to come, but she did something behind and wanted to see Joy making a fool of herself at the press conference. Backstage, in the dressing room, actresses are getting ready. Joy's dress was still not arrived, and someone hurriedly informed that the dress posed to her was bought away by someone. Since the ordered dress's payment was not settled, designer sold the dress, however paid double amount. She was so angry. Suddenly someone came into dressing room with box. Someone has spent huge sum of money to buy the dress and asked to deliver it to her. It's a gift. As the conference began, the lights in the audience dimmed. Actually, this was a product press conference. The diamond industry tycoon invited the popular female stars. These businessmen were undoubtedly shrewd and would not do business that would lose money. They invest on the entertainment to gain more profit. They want to see competitors. Audience loves spice and the competition between two famous people. Topic are stirring as press conference began. Not long after the lights dimmed down, you felt that empty seat beside you accompanied by someone. You didn't care much as you were looking at Jenny, asking lowly what she did about dress. She came close to you, lowering her voice. I asked to buy that dress. You were stunned. She was afraid that you misunderstood and quickly explained. I didn't spend your money to buy it. I just told Kim Sok-jin that you like this dress, so she had a cheeky smile on her face as she apologized. You actually went to find him. The seat on the other side of you seemed to sway a little. There is no other way. We have to keep our money to buy a house. We can't spend own money right now, so we only can. She reached out to pull your sleeves pitifully. Sarang, I really can't do anything. I just said that dress would match your temperament very well, so you are unreasonable. She pouted. She just wanted to see Joy being fool. She was angry. She just wanted to vent her anger. Although you will not agree with her idea, you won't blame at her, but you will not take these things for granted. She hugged your arms. Love, don't be mad at me. I swear, this is the only one time we'll be happy after we vent our anger. Moreover, lawyer had broke the contract and in compensation we had received money and we won't be going on loss. You're the only one who is smart. You poke her forehead, making her giggle. The venue slowly lit up as the speech was started. Suddenly someone came to call you in a whisper. Miss Eva, Starfire asked you to go over. You're a little puzzled, then asked the manager of Jisoo what's the matter. He informed that Jisoo was asking you to go backstage. You agreed and got up to go. It was just that the surroundings were dark, that you couldn't able to walk freely. After all, your seat was in the middle. When you were about to walk, you found that the legs of the person beside you occupied all the places in front of him. It's hard for you to cross the way. In the dimmed light, you could see the familiar figure of a man. It almost overlapped you to the man in your mind as you were thinking a lot about him recently, but you expressed it was not very likely. Today is a press conference of entertainment industry. How could that person get involved? Or was it that you were thinking too much about him? You quickly dragged the person in your mind out and came to your sense. Sir, excuse me, I'm still sorry. Can you move your feet a little? That person didn't move. Sir, can you move your feet?